no matter if it's dark or if it's light, we do not have to eat about it. So my name is Debra Ann Matthews, and I am proud to be a 27-month exerciser, a 27-month fighter for my health and my wellness. And I don't know, I just got this bright idea, or someone shared a bright idea to let's talk about health and weight loss and wellness. And that's when Michelle Petties came into the picture. She's the author of Leaving Large and the author of Minds Over Meals Retreat that you'll be able to take advantage of coming up real soon. And she graces us each week to talk and let's get in our mind this real truth about wellness and weight loss. Y'all, she's so pretty. Look at her. She done lost over 700 pounds. And I bet you've lost over 700 too. So if you really want to lose weight, and even if you don't have a weight problem, if nobody thinks you're fat, but you know deep inside there are some issues weighing on you, these strategies can help you too. So I invite you to tune in with our special guest today, Michelle Pettis. She is the author of Leaving Large, and you can go right to that website to check her book out. She also is a TED Talk author. You can go right into the description and you can listen to her TED Talk. You know those are good talks. So you know you're going to learn something there. And then her latest supporter of all of us who want to shed these unwanted pounds and get healthy and maintain health is Mind Over Meals. Tonight we're going to talk about what's that one thing you would want to change about your body. Take it away, Michelle.
Debra Ann. I always get so excited when you do the introduction. I'm like, who is it? What was she
You.
talking about? So, I do want to say this is that my journey of gaining and losing over 700 pounds over the course of
Mm-hmm.
my lifetime, from the time that I was 20 until the time that I was 60, 40 years of that yo-yo, of that struggle. I never weighed 700 pounds, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that lose 30, gain 40,
Yes.
lose 40,
Yes.
gain 50, lose, it's the
Yes.
same.
It
The,
is.
the struggle is the same. It is real. Hey, porch
Yes.
lady, good to see you.
Yes. Hey, porch lady.
Um,
Yes.
so that is a real thing.
Yes,
And
it
the what
is.
you said about the weight, the weight of not just what's on your body, but the reality of the weight of everything that is weighing you down in your
Hmm.
head. And
Yes.
what most people don't understand, and what this weight loss industry doesn't share, is that every extra piece of weight, every extra piece of everything that is on our bodies, we gained it in our head first. And we have to lose it the same way. We have
I
to
love that.
focus on losing it the same way. Because once we release it from our mind, once we release it from our thoughts, once we release the feelings that we have around it,
Hmm.
then we can release it in our bodies. But as long as we're
Yes.
just trying to work on action, work on behavior, how much can I eat? What can I eat? How much can I work out? And we never do the mental work. It will always be a battle. It will always be a struggle. It will always be hard.
Yes.
Um,
And as long as we keep telling ourselves that it's hard, it will be hard.
yes, as long as
Yes.
yes.
Hmm.
We gotta shift the focus and shift the language and shift,
Yes.
what we say to ourselves. Because
Hmm.
you are so right about that. And I want to talk about tonight's subject, which is the one thing that you could change about your body. And I will tell you this, that on this journey for me, the thing that I struggled with for a while, for a long time, was the size of my breasts. You can't really tell it right now because I had a really good surgeon, Dr. Conrad Dawson. I'm gonna give him a little shout out in Washington D.C. But I struggled with the size of my breast for a very long time, and as I started to lose weight, um, and I wanted to work out, because they were so big, it was a hindrance to me.
Mhm.
And I elected to have the breast reduction surgery. And
Mhm.
that breast reduction surgery was a portal for me because
Mhm.
I wanted to work out, and it was hard to do it, and they were in the way. and
Mhm.
and not only that, they I felt like they brought too much unwanted attention.
Mhm.
And I didn't want to deal with the unwanted attention. I didn't know how to deal with the unwanted attention. I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel good about getting buying clothes that would fit in my shoulder, but they would I could never close the top, right? Right? I could never close the top. I didn't like the fact that when I would meet people, they were looking at my chest and not looking at my eyes,
Mhm.
right? Um,
Mhm.
all of that. So once I got the breast reduction, and then I started to like see what I could look like physically, and how that really changed, how that opened up my head in so many ways. It allowed me to
Mhm.
work out and continue along that track. You know, the doctor said to me, when I did the breast reduction, he said, you know, I can do a tummy tuck for you too. So, you know, here's the thing, y'all. I didn't A lot of people have the gastric bypass, right? They have the
Mhm.
gastric bypass, they have the sleeve, they have that surgery, and it's a portal, it's a way for them. Well, for me, it was a different kind of surgery, right? It wasn't
Mhm.
that, but I did have the breast reduction, and while I had the breast reduction, I had the tummy tuck. And when I saw that change for the first time, I was able to see what could be possible. I had lived with my body in such a state for so long, I couldn't imagine what it could look like to be in better shape. I couldn't imagine it. And being able to have it, right? Being able to feel it helped me stay on the right track. It became motivation for me for a short time. And when I say it became motivation for me for a short time, it wasn't that I wasn't motivated. It's just like I didn't know how to maintain it.
Yes.
And so I had the breast reduction, I had the tummy tuck, and then I when I had a thigh lift, I had some more surgery around my thighs and my hips, because I was working out, and I wasn't patient, right? It
Mhm.
wasn't happening fast enough for me.
Mhm.
And I just thought, if I can just see this, if I can see myself in this like body that I want, I can maintain it. And like I said, I did for a while, but then I started to see the weight coming back, and I tried to pretend like I didn't see it. Right?
Mhm.
I tried to pretend like that it wasn't really happening, but I would see the photographs, and the clothes that looked nicer months before were now looking tighter, and I was looking like that.
Mhm.
But I didn't. It was happening so slowly, because it does happen slowly. But
Mhm.
I still could see it. But I couldn't really, I was still exercising, you know, like you, Deborah Ann.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but there was stuff happening in the food arena
Mhm.
that I really couldn't put my finger on.
Mhm.
I really couldn't put my finger on. And I had a situation where, and I write about this in my book. This is the first chapter in my book, when I had what I call the Pizzagate breakdown.
Mhm.
Um, I went to an event, and I ate about 5 slices of pizza in about 5 minutes. And maybe it
Mhm.
wasn't 5 minutes, but it was way too much pizza in way too short a period of time.
Mhm.
I sat there at this conference. As I stood there, you know, over the pizza boxes, I knew I I knew I couldn't continue like that. And
Yes.
I left the conference, and I went to the doctor, and I went to this doctor, and I said, you know, help me, help me.
Mhm.
um, help me.
Uh,
And fortunately, she didn't have any patience at the time, and so she was just see me right away. And she started asking me questions that I hadn't been asked before. And I think that that meeting was when I really it started to like sink into my head that you haven't been asking questions, that that the the power in this, the thing we have to do is get curious about why we do what we do, get curious about our world, get curious about our life, and start asking ourselves some hard questions. And she asked a bunch of them that I hadn't even thought about. And I think it opened the door to me to what I do now. Because you know, Deborah, and you work with me. I mean,
yes, I do.
you come to that Monday night free call, that
Mhm.
emotional overeating call. You come to
Mhm.
the writing workshops. You've
Mhm.
been to that 8-day retreat. And
Mhm.
the root of everything that happens on that emotional overeating call that I do, that
Mhm.
retreat, the writing class, and even in my 52 weeks of transformation, it is questioning.
Mhm.
It is getting to the why of the why of the why, getting to the root, and
Mhm.
being being honest enough to ask the question, being brave enough to ask the question, being curious enough to ask the question, being interested enough to ask the question, having the desire to ask the question,
Yes.
taking ourselves to that place, and taking yourself to the place. And one of the principles that I say, if you're going to work with me, you have to accept this one thing, that everything that you believe about food and hunger right now is a lie. And if you can start at that place, everything you believe about food and hunger, food eating and hunger right now is a lie, because our brains and thoughts and information has been manipulated by a toxic food environment and food manufacturers and fast food manufacturers and junk food manufacturers and snack food manufacturers that want us to eat for pleasure rather than nutrition. They are the ones that are feeding us this information that is causing us to overfeed ourselves and send our health into decline.
Yes.
And so we have to get to the point where we're asking, then what is the truth? If I say to you, everything that you believe about food, eating, and hunger right now is a lie, then the question becomes, then what is the truth?
Mm.
So the truth, it might piss you off at first, but
Mhm.
it will set you free. It
Yes, it
might
will.
piss you off that you've been fed all of this stuff that's not even food. It's been perpetuating, been masquerading as food. Might piss you
Yes.
off, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
that stuff says, oh, health food, a good source of this vitamin, then
Mhm.
you read the back of the label, and the second ingredient is sugar.
Mhm.
The sugar is in everything in all sorts of places that it does not need to be, and it is just a highly addictive
Mhm.
substance. That's all it is. It is
Yes.
a highly addictive, high calorie substance, no
Mhm.
nutrients, which is what our bodies crave and need. But we have been lied to. We have been lied to about what food is. We have been lied to about what looks good, right? And so we have to reclaim our brains. We have to reclaim our brains so that we can reclaim our bodies. And when we
Mhm.
reclaim our brains and our bodies, then we can step forth and take hold and claim what our lives are really supposed to be,
Yes.
right?
And
That's that's what this is
oh,
about.
okay, let me just jump in there because I'm going to be the one who speaks for everybody watching this video. When we see skinny people like you with them big old titties that look lovely, we don't see the struggle. We don't see the self doubt. And that's why your book touched me so much, because I saw myself in all of those, especially these businesses. We've been traveling, we go to conferences, we go to presentations, we go to events, and literally there's not one thing there, maybe a fruit cup or a piece of fruit, a piece of cheese that's good for us. Maybe. But at
Mhm.
the same time, the little bitty issues like the unwanted attention, probably for most of us, especially those of us on the larger side of the scale, we haven't even been able to verbalize, even admit to ourselves an unwanted attention, that something is an unwanted attention area. And even in church, I have to say, I asked and stood for prayer at my home church in Memphis. Someone called my mom and told them, because nobody wants to face the fact. And this was about 20 years ago, that weight is a serious issue that we need to be praying about at church. At my
Yes.
current church, all these years, I'll stand up all the time, pray for me. They can't say the word overweight or obese. They just never say, pray for Deborah.
Mhm.
So part of that we've learned subconsciously is that it's not okay. It's okay to say we're PHAT and thick or something, whatever we say in our community about
Mhm.
people, even who are small. They might be a size like 12, but they have bigger hips and butt. Let's applaud that. Or I like a big girl, got the junk in the trunk. And in reality, it's hard for us to walk a block.
Mhm.
It's hard to
Mhm.
walk from the parking lot to the office or up a flight of steps. And
Mhm.
it has not been okay.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it's okay even now. I want to share that I'm a member of the YouTube community, a YouTube creator community, and YouTube had a seminar, and they wanted us to be very aware not to do something, as we talk about weight and body, to make someone feel that they should be eating the way we're eating, or dressing the way, or quantifying our body. All the things you see on YouTube, it was such a beautiful way to say we're going to address this issue about things we don't like about our bodies.
Mhm.
It was so
Mhm.
healthy, so loving.
Mhm.
So I want to stop, and I remember being in college. We went to a support group for one of the European girls who was anorexic, like the whole staff.
Mhm.
But I never saw a group circle around this girl who had an
Mhm.
eating issue, who's on the diet, who when I was a freshman, my friends used to come and watch me exercise, peek through the
Mhm.
window. She's in there exercising. So it just wasn't, it was as if exercising and losing weight was for everybody else but me. Even though
Mhm.
I always tried to do it,
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
though people needed to do it too with me, but maybe we just couldn't. But we could go, as long as we can fit into some clothes and we looked pretty, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I want to say, this week these guys have been talking to me, and they're talking at me, but they're not talking to me. So
Mhm.
I know I'm not ready yet,
Mhm. Mhm.
because this is, I want to shift the focus from what part of my body you like, just wanting to know me and just liking me.
Yes. Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think it's okay to say that.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's okay to say that. And that's in addition to breaking down and thinking through your week and your day and your meals and your exercise or your movement. So you don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to exercise, you want to move to get your
Mhm.
body feeling alive. And a large part of that, in addition to asking questions, is to just come home, relax yourself. You're changing, relax. I had 3 events this week. I'm not going to the potluck tomorrow, to the buffet tomorrow with the group.
Mm,
I'm just gonna have to miss that.
mhm. Mhm.
And I'm so okay with that because
Yes.
it's too much. It's too much. I went and got a food box today. I shared in the group. There were 4 things from the food box I could eat. My home care worker took the rest home, and I just for laughs, I asked my coach, can I eat the right those? It's like grain, but it has a layer of sugar on top of it. It's a grain cereal, but it has a visible layer of sugar. He says, you can't eat that. Can't even eat the V8 juice. He's like, mm-mm. And
Mhm.
can't even eat the tapioca pudding. I never even seen tapioca pudding. I just
Mhm.
asked him because I didn't know. So there were 2 things, which is one is an omega-3 thing of nuts, one is some straws, and the other thing is fresh squash. And my home coworker knows how to grill it. So hey, we
Ooh.
been fresh. So we're gonna be eating grilled squash all weekend.
Yes.
So we have a lot to contend with. The unspoken in our mind,
Mhm.
the dissatisfaction in our clothes, the way people approach us, certain type of dates we go on, certain type of groups we're involved in, where everybody's applauding an obvious physical ailment that we need to address
Right.
lovingly.
Right.
Messages we get from the pulpit in the
Mhm.
ladies group,
Mhm.
traditional religion, and it's real.
It
Hi,
is.
Griselda. It's real. It's real. Even that girl who's she may not look like she have an eating problem, but she's purging.
Mhm.
She's purging or have suicidal tendencies
Mhm.
because of the kids not fitting in. Even adults are body shaming people. Grown ups doing that to us.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, where do people start, Michelle? So, yes, there's one thing they don't like. They don't like their ankles. They don't
Mhm.
like their wrists. They don't like their
Mhm.
neck. They don't like their
Mhm.
chubby face,
Mhm.
their chin.
Mhm.
And they are having
Mhm.
serious issues because they got
Mhm.
that double chin. They don't like it,
Mhm. Mhm.
you
Okay.
know.
All right. So, I'm really glad that you asked that question. What should people do? I think the first thing people have to do is understand what the extra layer of extra weight is about and really start to maybe think of yourself as two people.
Hmm.
Yeah. Think of yourself as the person that is the healthy person underneath. The healthy person that's looking to emerge, that's waiting to emerge, that wants to emerge. Think of
Hmm.
yourself that way. And then think about the person that is the you that's on top of you, the you that's covering you up. And
Yes.
and think about honor that person. Honor the you that's covering you up. Like love on her or love on him a little bit, a lot. Be, and think about what what purpose that this outer you is serving and why the outer you showed up in the first place.
Hmm.
And honor that, right? And so all the all these parts of your body, right? Your feet, your leg, your arms. It's like I lost weight. People ask not people ask me, but it comes up in conversation. I hear people talk about what about if I lose weight and my skin starts to sag, this, that, and the other. I hear that a lot, right?
Hmm.
What about excess skin? And I'm like, what about it, right? When I look at I happen to have on a long sleeve sweater right now, But I look at it sometimes, and here's what I think about is that I look at this skin that is drooping here a little bit, and it's not because I lost the weight too fast or anything like that. It's just because I'm damn near 70 and I don't have any collagen. That's just why, right? But but I look at it and I look at it and I feel happy. I
Yes.
feel happy because I know what it represents. I know that
Mhm.
I know that there's muscle underneath there, underneath where that skin is. And maybe, I could have, I'm not afraid to have surgery and get that extra skin taken away. Clearly I'm not, right? Because I've done it before. Um, but I'm not there right now. I'm happy to look at it and see it as a testimony of what I went through. So I wear it proudly. So my point is, when you think about this extra weight, start start thinking about where it is and why it showed up. You know why it showed up, and for many of us, it showed up to protect us. It
Mhm.
it showed up to help us navigate and survive some situations that we didn't know how to navigate and survive. And so it's here because it wants to be acknowledged. It doesn't want us to hate it, right? It wants us to honor and acknowledge the fact that I was here to try to protect you when you couldn't do it yourself.
All right.
And when you do that, all right, then outer she, right? Your outer girl can say, okay, you see me, right? You see that I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to bring shame on you, right?
Mhm.
I'm not, I'm not trying to make you be ostracized. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to protect you. My purpose is to show up for you in in the only way I know how to do. But once
Mm.
you go inside your own head, inside your own thoughts and beliefs, and you start learning how to protect yourself and get connected, then outer girl will realize that you don't need her anymore
Yes.
because you're doing the inner work. So when you start doing the inner work, outer girl can say, "I see you got this,"
That's
right?
right. That's right. And let me share this. The first step to getting right there
Mm-hmm.
is to tell yourself a positive, almost future statement about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I am 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I delight in bicycling. I
Mm-hmm.
stand up and don't get tired from standing. You
Yes.
know, I am pleased to eat a nutritious meal until my body is satisfied.
Yes, yes.
And
All of those,
whatever anything else you want to say, anything you can go for it. You can start to dream.
all of those, Deborah Ann, are beautiful affirmations, right? And you know that the affirming things just
Yes.
brings the energy around the affirmation, brings it into your life. And that's
Yes.
why that's why the ebook that you were talking about, my book, my
Yes.
Mind Over Meals, that
Yes.
that ebook is filled with four things that will
Mhm.
transform your life. Four things that the weight loss industry doesn't really talk about. Four things that will allow you to give you your power back. And that is visualization.
Mhm.
We did that in the retreat.
Yes.
Affirmations, we did in the retreat. Meditation, we did in the retreat.
Mhm.
And prescriptive writing. Some people call it
Yes.
power journaling. Power journaling, prescriptive writing. I call that being a vamp, right? We're gonna
I
get
love
vampy
it.
tonight. Y'all put
I
put that in
love
the
it.
chat. Put that in chat. Get vampy. Visualization,
That's it.
affirmation, meditation, power writing, prescriptive writing. That's called being a vamp. That's called being vampy. And those things, y'all, those things will step in. You use them consistently. They will take you places that exercise and counting calories never will.
Yes. And I say, I, for a practical reason, I say it's breathing. I'm like, I can breathe and count. This week I meet with some friends, and it was one, now it's two of us at the coffee shop, and I do the walking. And one of my friends, both of them, she told me, she said, I started off with my counting. She said, now I want you to count silently and breathe. And I
Hmm.
did I counted 40 around in, because it was raining. We walked inside the coffee shop, and I was like, oh, I'm doing it. And what happens when you breathe, you keep doing it. You're learning to get your mind focused on one thing,
Yes,
and that one thing was breathing. That's what she said, breathing. So
yes.
if you are scared, if you lose weight and forget you're on the diet like I used to do after I lost 40 pounds, if you get anxious when everybody always brings attention, when one person says, oh, you'll lose weight, then 20 people want to walk up to you and tell you how much weight you're losing, and that gets on your nerves because it makes you anxious.
Hmm.
Breathe.
Hmm. Breathe,
Breathe.
breathe.
and
Yes.
and then what happens is, the more you focus yourself on your goals. Walking Tall, I see you. Hey, Walking Tall. He's a Native American. He was on this morning. Thank you, Walking Tall. We find out that our friends also, their weight is off, and they're maintaining their weight. They're maintaining their peace. They're not ripping and running all over the universe just to do something. They're focused on their meditation practices and their yogas and their balance and their giving and receiving, and those things that bring them peace,
Yes.
because
Yes.
that's the truth. When we were younger, we used to work hard, but doggone it, we played hard. And then
Yes.
we just got into this mode of, when I bought my house, I ain't going nowhere for 5 years. I'm like, I gotta pay the mortgage. I can't do nothing else. So, and then we slowly forgot how to balance peacefully.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
now all the things we've done with working in school and education, now we're doing that with our weight loss, and not just weight loss, our wellness.
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
not just about losing weight, it's about wellness
Yes.
and
Yes.
not getting sick.
Mhm.
And because if you keep the stinking thinking, you're literally stressing your skin out.
Yes.
So I love this topic. What's the one thing you don't like about your body? You know what? I think that I just decided to have people take a picture of me in my bathing suit to see my big old butt and my big old legs, in retaliation to the fact that I want to lose some weight, but doggone it, I'm here. Take a
Yes.
look at me.
Yes.
Take a look at me. And
Yes.
and I think that it's okay, because you're gonna have to see me, because I can't see me right now, but I like the water, so I'm gonna go swimming and record it and talk about losing weight.
Yes.
And I struggled for years. I've been doing it about 4 years. 3 of them years I struggled real bad, but I kept on doing it,
Right. Yes.
and it didn't bother me. And no matter what, that's the thing that finally, I think everybody watching this video, they are they are ready to. Michelle don't have different size clothes in her closets. They are ready to, like me, to keep working this battle, and know when I get to where I need to be, I'm only gonna need one size clothes in the closet.
Yes. Yes. There's just one
So
size.
that's it.
Just one
And
size.
it's
And it's
okay.
possible. It's
Yes.
possible.
Now, you can say that you don't like a certain body part, but you can't hate it. Don't
Yes.
like it, but don't hate yourself. You
Right.
can't, love and hate can't exist in the same. My niece
Right.
came over this weekend, and I told the people God made that right there for her, and she loves it. That little wiggle, that little jiggle, that's hers until she gets tired of playing with it. So, but I'm gonna build it. Look, let me show y'all this. Hold on, I gotta show y'all something. I haven't showed y'all this in a long time. I may not like that jiggle wiggle, but look at this right here. Look at this. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, okay. Can you see it?
That's a muscle.
It's getting bigger.
That's muscle.
So while you are disliking one part of your body, don't dislike it. Just say that's a goal, but in the same energy, there's a shape that this is right here going to carry you throughout your life. You need
Yes.
your muscles to keep to being stronger so you can keep living and being able to do daily activities, get
Mhm.
up, sit down, and everything.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I love that we're bold enough to ask the question, what you don't like about you,
Yeah.
but at the
Yeah.
same time know that it's okay,
Yeah.
because we're not going to stay in any one place. We can get some hair, wigs, and
Mhm.
implants, and everything else. We can
Yeah,
do
we
some
can.
facials.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
we
Mhm.
can decrease the breastises, or we can buy us some. It just depends on whichever way you want to go.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Whichever way.
We can
Right.
breathe. We can drink some herbs to help us in teas with our breathing,
Mhm.
and we can keep working on it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you keep working on it, you're gonna have a plate where you just have a serving of vegetables and a serving of protein, and you're going to be like, okay, I said today I really miss salt, but that's okay. There, I have 15 herbs to replace the salt,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
you're going to be okay changing. It's
Mhm.
okay to change.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
even when you get scared, it's okay. Because
It's
that's
okay.
what we don't talk about. When we start like losing weight, getting scared, I had 2 days, 3 eats that weren't at home, and I'm scared
Mhm.
because I know weight is up,
Mhm.
but I'm not. I'm staying home. I work out and come home so I can deal with myself and say, "Don't be scared. It's okay. We're gonna just eat
Right.
at home. Plan next weekend. It'll be something else, but we're gonna be okay. Don't be
Yes.
scared."
Yes.
Because
Yes.
they say if you're
Yes.
scared, go to church. I heard that on some rap video or something.
Yes.
So, and you got to get a song in your heart. You got to get your song that makes you feel good. You might do your jazz, you may do your gospel, you may do your R&B, whatever you do, your country that motivates you. You've got to get a song that helps you to make it through. Whereas
Yes.
you used to use a Twinkie, I saw the little Debbie display. They were talking about little Debbie's at exercise. I saw the display and I reminisce. There's a song that says, "When I reminisce over you, my darling," but I would never buy it another day. I
Yes.
reminisce how I spent $3 for a little cupcake and could have had that three. I need that $3 right now. So instead of saying I lost and gained 700 pounds, I just spent $700 on foolishness. So we got to laugh about it.
Oh. Oh.
Michelle, now what? They're ready. Someone's listening to you. They got tears in their eyes. I sound like
Yeah.
I'm an evangelist trying to get people saved. Come to Jesus. Their heart is broken because they can't do no more. They've had a stroke or a heart attack and they still feel lonely, but they're
Mhm.
healthy enough to exercise and to
Mhm.
change their life, and they're losing weight, but they still lack direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what do you recommend that they do? How can they join us, knowing that I'm still in the middle of, I'm still 400 and some pounds,
Mhm.
and I ain't going nowhere. So,
Mhm.
what can someone like me do? Or some
Mhm.
college student who's watching you, who she don't have no money, but she got some YouTube and
Yes.
she got a social
Yes.
media, and she gonna
Yes.
get a student loan check in January.
Yes.
So, but
Yes.
she
Yes.
wanted to lose weight because she can't walk across campus, or he. Our
Right.
men are just suffering too.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, the
Here,
chubby
here's
children.
here's what I'll say is I will
Okay.
say start now.
Okay.
Start now. Start today. It's
Okay.
not too late. Never give
Yes.
up. And
Okay.
if you want to learn how to do that, start now. Never too late, right? Never give up. Join us. Join me. Join Debra Ann. Join our crew on Monday night. Join the I Am Brand New Now Facebook group, and you can come to our free class. Our free class, I do it every Monday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you come with your challenges, you come with your victories, you come just how you are. If you want to be on camera, you can be on camera. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera. If you want to talk and share, you can talk and share. If you just want to sit and listen, it is a safe, sacred space of support because this journey, this road is lonely, right? And you don't always know what to do, right? You don't always know what to do. Sometimes you're confused, sometimes it's hard, but when you come to this space, for the people in this group that have walked the walk, right? They can tell you about
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that they've been through and overcome. Sometimes you need to know that it's possible that somebody else has done it, right? That you can talk to them and they can tell you the real truth. And you
Mm-hmm.
can know, just knowing that it's possible. You do that, just do that. Do that is
Yes.
free to do. There
That's beautiful.
you can download a free chapter of my book, which is
Yes.
Leaving Large, The Stories of a Food Addict. That is free for you to download. You can download
Yes.
the Mind Over Meals. That is free.
Yes.
It takes
Yes.
you through all the visualizations. It takes you through all the affirmations, all the meditations,
Yes.
all the writing. If you just take that guide and follow it step by step, day by day, you can start changing your thoughts. You can start changing your feelings. You can start changing your beliefs. And when you start doing that, you can start changing your life. That I,
Yes.
that mind the mind over meals, y'all, that's a secret weapon, right?
Yes.
That can be your secret weapon. Everything in that book is what I did, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the book Leaving Large is a compilation of the stories, a compilation of
Mm-hmm.
the stories that I recognized that were keeping me trapped in food addiction and obesity. I wrote the stories,
Mm-hmm.
but that mind over meals is the guide that helps you overcome the stories, that helps you rewrite your story of health and wellness, the very thing that Deborah and I have been talking about tonight. How do you rewrite your story of health and wellness? Well, that mind over meals guide does that. And you can just write in it, read it, write in it, read it every day. Like if you never come to the group, I hope you do, but you just get that guide. That guide can really, really put you on the right path and keep you on the right path.
And that information, Michelle, is in the description for this live. Just go up to where it says description and keep scrolling down. So you can get the book, you can get the resources, you can get the website, Michelle's website, and also in the community area, you'll see the I Am Brand New Now Facebook group. There's a post with Michelle's picture or something, and it says I Am Brand New Now. So I wanted to keep putting that in there so people can have access to this information when you are in despair. There is hope.
And you can also mark your calendars now, y'all. Mark your calendars for December 10th to
Okay.
December 17th. Just save the
Okay.
date. December 10th to December 17th,
Okay.
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's 8 days.
Okay.
8 days. We are going to take that mind over meals and we're going to just map it out day after day after day, each one of the steps for 8 days, and you can
That's
get
wonderful.
real life, coaching from me, interaction, coaching that I
Yes.
normally charge thousands of dollars for. You can get it for
Yes.
free for those 8 days.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And we'll do the blurb on Black Friday and remind people about that December 8th, December 10th event, Mind Over Meals. That sounds wonderful. What a great topic today, Michelle. What's the one thing that you want to change about your body? Thank you for sharing. Oh my goodness. You just, you know what? When you see a group of people around you, you never know each of their stories that will inspire you, entertain you, educate you, uh, motivate you, make you mad, and make you glad.
Yes,
So thank you
yes,
so much.
yes.
Thank you so much. Everything is in the description, y'all. Please continue to comment, like, and subscribe. We're glad you're here, and we'll see you. For those of us who join us Monday, we'll see you Monday. And those of us who don't join us until next Thursday, we'll see you next Thursday. Thank y'all. Peace and hair grease, love and soul. Thank you, Walking Tall. Thank you. I am Baraka. Thank you for your comments. Those were some good comments. I am Baraka. And what Michelle does is going to take us to the next level. So thank you for your contributions today. Thank you, Porch Lady. You're my number one. And thank you, BLG, and all of our regulars. Thank you so much. Okay, Jarasta, Elizabeth, thank y'all. And thank you, somebody from Russia or Arabic. I can't read that, but thank you, Rajesh. Thank you. We appreciate all of y'all. Peace and hair grease.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.